Hey guys, it's Jim. I had two people message me in the last week asking me where I was, if everything was okay, why I hadn't made a video in a while. Just been busy. I haven't bought any new tobacco. Right now I'm smoking a Cohiba that I cut up and rubbed out. Smoking it in one of my big Jake Hackert custom cobs. I've just been busy. Going to school. Trying to get done with school and finish up. My GI Bill's gone, but figure if I don't graduate, that's my GI Bill would have been wasted. So figured it was a good idea to get that done. I've just been busy. My school schedule changed. I said I was going to talk about martial arts in one of my first videos, and I just never got around to it. Done a lot of stuff over the years since I started martial arts 20 years ago. But lately, over the last year, I've been mostly focusing at this gym called the Bullet Hole in Victorville, California. They do they got a lot of stuff. They do boxing, Muay Thai kickboxing, standard kickboxing. They got a Kempo karate that I've never done. I just wasn't interested in it, but I was interested in the Muay Thai. I've been doing that on and off when my schedule permits, and I was doing the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is rough stuff, and then my schedule changed, so I wasn't even able to do it. I was doing school on the evenings when the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class was, so I switched over to the judo, which I'm really enjoying. Done some Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, maybe not the best. I used to train in the Bujinkan, and I got a second-degree black belt in that back in 2000 when I was in Japan, and I was encouraged to be an instructor, but one, I didn't have the 50,000 yen to pay for the test and the certification, and I don't know, I just didn't do it. Right now my main issue, or right then my main issue was money, so that's probably my main excuse. But now I'm doing judo and kickboxing when my schedule permits, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when my schedule permits. And somebody recently asked me what I thought was a good martial art for self-defense, and they're already doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and judo. And in my opinion, if somebody does judo, which has a decent amount of groundwork in it already, and tempers that with a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is, grew out of the Brazilian or the judo ground fighting syllabus back in the day. The guy that taught the Brazilians was a ground fighting expert in judo. Fought a lot of wrestlers and stuff like that and rounded out his game, and the Brazilians have done the same thing. They've just taken it and ran with it. I love Cohibas. I love smoking cigars in my pipe because the ash is so fine when it's done. It just burns down to nothing. No dottle or anything. But somebody asked me recently, they were going to be doing some traveling, and they wanted to have something that they could round out their grappling with. And I referred them to YouTube, actually. There's a guy named Carl Cestari. He's dead now. He passed away. Rest in peace. Great for the martial arts community because he had multiple black belts in judo. He'd been doing judo and jiu-jitsu and karate for decades, but he went around and learned from the top World War II hand-to-hand combat instructors, and most of them had black belts in judo from a long time ago. So they had great grappling games, a good knowledge of how to manhandle somebody when they're standing up, and great balance, which is something that judo teaches in spades. You'll definitely have a greater sense of balance after you've done judo for a couple years. But I referred him to Carl Cestari. I said, just search on YouTube. You're going to find lots of stuff. There's maybe well over an hour's worth of a long seminar of his on YouTube, if you just look at it, and lots of tips and information. So I told him, I said, you learn how to do a proper drop step, learn how to chin jab, throw elbows and chops the way they did in World War II, and mix that with your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and your judo, and you're going to be set for self-defense, not for sport fighting. You can't just run around doing groin kicks and chops to the throat and neck and all that stuff they teach in the World War II combatives. Plus, tons of those World War II kicks go hand in hand with steel-toe boots or combat boots. If a guy knows how to throw those kicks, and he's got judo sweeps and leg attacks and throws, forget about it. You're in trouble. I wouldn't want to fight Carl Cestari on my best day. If I had a shotgun and he was 30 feet away, I still wouldn't want to pick a fight with him. But you know, I'm getting close to 40, and I'm still out here doing this stuff. I thought I was a little old. I got into the class, and there's some guy from Barstow in there. He's a brown belt. He's probably a decade older than me, at least 10 or 15 years older than me. The instructor's a third-degree black belt, and he's in his late 40s. He's got 2 kids. One of them he coached all the way to go to San Jose State for judo. But this one old guy's a brown belt. And he got 3rd in nationals. Scrappy old motherfucker. So I'm just like, I have no excuse. I need to get off my ass. Start doing this shit and learn something. So I recommend anybody can get off their ass and go learn something. Old dogs can learn new tricks. They just have to be willing. So stay active, even if you just go for a walk, do some push-ups and sit-ups every day, you know, and get out there and learn some martial arts if you want to. They're all over the place, especially judo. Judo's so good. So if you're interested in self-defense, I would say go find a judo class. Maybe do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with it. And look up Carl Cestari on YouTube. Maybe go buy some videos of Carl Cestari. There's a great website called Gutter Fighting, and they've got a lot of good stuff. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.